So for our vegan donuts, we're going to start with 2 3/4 cups of flour. And to that, we're going to add 2 tablespoons of sugar, 2 teaspoons of yeast. We're going to just mix that up so it's all combined. And then we're going to add 1 cup of warm oat milk. You can either use vanilla oat milk or you can use regular oat milk and then add some vanilla to that. Once that gets rolling, we're going to add in 1/4 cup of vegan butter, put it on our stand mixer, let it sit. It's going to rise for about an hour or so. You don't need to punch it out, but you do want to flour your surface and your rolling pin because it will be a little bit sticky, but that's okay. That's how you do it. You're going to dump the dough that's risen out onto your floured surface. We're going to roll it out a little bit, but we don't want it really flat and it doesn't do a second rise. So you want to roll it out just enough that you're going to get, you can get, I don't know, maybe a dozen donuts or so, maybe a little bit more. I guess it depends on how thin you want them. And I just take a regular circle cutter and cut out these circles. You can either leave it like that and stuff them once they're fried, or you can take something else using a little pastry cone mold there to cut out the centers. And those will actually also act as our donut holes after, which are great for testing as we make them. So you're just going to keep doing that same thing until we have no more dough left. Then I add some sugar and some cinnamon. I mix that together for one of our toppings. I measure with my heart for this stuff, so it's really up to you. Just make sure you're using more sugar than cinnamon. And we'll put that to the side. It'll be one of the toppings for our donuts. The other would be a chocolate that we'll make in just a minute. So here you can see that we've got some munchkins ready to go, or donut holes, and then we've got some donuts ready to go as well. So our oil needs to heat up, and then we just drop a donut in. I like to do one at a time just so they don't get crowded. Keep a fork nearby to flip it halfway through. They really only take a couple of minutes per each donut. You just want to keep an eye on them and make sure your oil doesn't get too hot so you don't burn them. So you'll pull them out, shake off the oil, and we're just going to flip it both sides into that cinnamon and sugar, and that's the first one. If you want to make a chocolate topping, I'm going to show you how to do that right now. So we take about 5 tablespoons of powdered sugar to 1 tablespoon of cocoa powder. You really want to mix that well. That's going to give us our chocolate glaze that'll harden nicely. To this we add just a splash of oat milk. Again, you can use vanilla or regular. I actually used way too much here, so you really only want to use about 1 or 2 teaspoons. So I had to add a little bit extra powdered sugar after. That's what I get for not measuring things. But this really does make a delicious chocolate glaze, and it does harden really nicely when it's made right. So then once your donuts come out that you want chocolate, you just dunk them right in and let them rest. And then we've got these beautiful donuts.